Hey there elites, it's me, Waddles, and welcome back to Nether Survival episode number 20. We start in the automatic sheep farm, which has been running for a little while. Today we're going to do a project and let this thing run even longer. This is our wool count right now though. That's actually pretty good. That's almost 3 full stacks of beds, which is like kind of crazy. Now while I was AFKing in here in between episodes, I was also shearing these sheep from time to time, but I'd say at least half of this wool is from the automatic farm that we set up in the last episode, which is pretty good. Now today we're going to expand the base a little bit while this farm runs over there. Which way are we expanding? This way. What are we expanding to? This thing. Okay, not exactly this thing, but we need a storage room. Our stuff is like way overflowing, like big time. We are like way overdue for a storage room. So today, that's the big plan. If you're hyped for another storage room, I need you to go down below the video right now and delete the like button. But we have a little bit of a problem. So, blackstone, polished blackstone, cracked blackstone, the good blackstone. Hey, we're running low. We have like 24 right here, 6 slabs right there. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of blackstone for the floor in there. I'm thinking about continuing this floor over into the storage room. So, yeah, we gotta go down into the mines and start mining blackstone. But also wonderful, we actually have iron now, which means we can actually use iron when mining. Now, blackstone. This way. Basalt Delta for sure. There's gotta be a lot of blackstone in the Basalt Delta's biome. Aha, this is what I'm talking about. This is more like it. We might as well get a little bit of basalt as well because we're definitely going to use some of that in the storage room. But blackstone first. Now, I think I'm going to kick today's episode off by probably getting 1 full iron pickaxe's worth of blackstone. Maybe. Don't know how much that's going to be. Can't remember. It's going to be a lot of blackstone. And then a little bit more basalt as well. So, I've got some mining to do. I'll be back. Watch this. It's going to be quick. We gather here today to honor our good friend, our best friend. Actually, not our best friend, our good friend. Our good friend. We knew him for like 2 episodes. It's really sad. If you couldn't tell, I'm upset. The Admiral. The Admiral has gone off to a distant farm, we'll say. The Admiral was doing well, or so we thought. We thought he was getting better, but no. I guess not. I really hope that the Admiral, off at that farm, definitely a farm, remember that. I hope the Admiral enjoys the farm, the farm. Yes. We also gathered to make the storage room, though, so enough of that. Let's move on to the building. I've got a lot of blackstone. Not quite an iron pickaxe's worth of blackstone, but an iron pickaxe and a little bit of a stone pickaxe's worth of blackstone. So, about the second best thing. Now, we've got 24 cracked polished blackstone bricks left. We've got to hopefully make those work. Let's start by turning all of these into normal bricks, though. That should be good to start. And then we need to remove part of this wall. So, let's grab the silk touch and definitely keep these glass panes. Perfect. Okay, so our new hallway is going to want to be 3 blocks wide. So we're going to want to cut off of this thing right in the center to keep things looking good and go out that way. How far out that way? Maybe like this far, however long that hallway is. That length feels like pretty much perfect. But we are going to need a little bit more nether brick walls, and we might as well just move the stone cutter upstairs. I did that like midway through the last episode, and oh man, it was like a life changer. It made it so much easier. Also realizing here, I'm gonna probably need more food soon. I have 34. I mean, we're good. We're definitely good for today, but I'm gonna have to do that soon. Anyways, hallway. So let's go ahead and take this out right there, and then over here. This is gonna be interesting. Let's just do that. That'll be okay for now unless I want to turn that up like straight up and down. But this floor, the hallway. So let's see. We'll go off right there. That'll be the middle, which means I maybe want to get fancy here and make these solid blocks just to make things look good. Now down below here, we do actually have that old hallway. That hallway is honestly probably done so. I probably don't need that hallway anymore, so I might come back in a little bit later and just pull that thing out, maybe even later in the episode, but for now, we need to focus on this. So, we have a turn right here. I think we're going to go ahead and put slabs in here. We're going to make this hallway 3 wide instead of 2 wide. 3 is much better than 2, for sure, hands down, and this block should be a slab. Definitely got to conserve materials. So anyways, we're going to have that turn right there, and then, let's see, we have 1, 2, and then the corner, so let's do 1 right there, and then this would be blackstone again. Let's keep everything even, or basalt, excuse me. Basalt right there, and then over here, easy, put a slab right there, and then easy, basalt. So we'll do that, then maybe a section of 3, that feels good, and then the start of the room. That should be perfect. You see, the cool thing about all of these nether builds, I honestly feel like I'm not tired of them, like, at all. I'm having a lot of fun doing the builds how we're doing them. I feel like this palette is working really, really well, and honestly, I haven't grown tired of it at all yet. That's probably because I've never used this build palette before, but I mean, honestly, seriously, I feel like it's great. I feel like it works so good, and it's not getting old, like, at all. Now in here, I want to switch up the ceiling a little bit. It just wasn't working. So basically, instead of what we have, we'll remove that beam. That'll look a little weird in there, but I think it'll be fine. And then over here, we could honestly, probably, maybe turn that up and down. I think that might look a little bit better. And then the rest of this hallway will be pretty much the same as the other hallways. So we'll have nether bricks on the ceiling, blackstone lining everything, and then finally glass panes in here. But we're gonna have to come back for the glass panes, just like we did last time, because I don't have them right now. Now, the room, the storage room itself, the big thing. This thing it's gonna be big. And also, to save materials, we're gonna go cheap mode here, and instead of the cracked polished blackstone, we're probably just gonna use polished blackstone slabs, because they're slabs, they're cheaper, and I have more of them. Now, this room. So, we're gonna obviously start with a 5 wide section. This 5 wide section will be 5 wide, just like that. Then, after that, we could maybe go... let's see. Maybe we go out, and then we could go maybe like 2, and then I could do like, let's see. We could do the wall like right in here. That could be the wall, okay. And then we want to have chests. We want to have like double chests out like that. That could be cool, and then double chests right there, which means we're gonna need to have a pretty solid turn. So how do we do this? Not the best at imagining these things. Let's say we had another double chest right here. This is getting really dangerous. We have to be careful. If we had another double chest right there, we'd have a spot right there. So I guess that would mean the next, like, corner would be right there. No, that wouldn't make sense. Well, yes, it would, because then we'd have the wall here, and then we'd have the wall right here. This would be an empty spot. Okay, figured it out. Now I just have to replicate whatever shape that would be. Okay, so we go 5, then we go out, and then we go 2, and then we go 1, and then we go 2, and then we go 5, and yep, that's the shape, I think. Maybe. I think I need to definitely just get it in and see if that makes sense. But I feel like it's going to make sense, and while I get it in, I'm definitely going to create a randomization with these other slabs. These slabs are going to make this build look really, really good. Alright, everything's going really, really well in this platform. Oh, it's going to be big. This is definitely going to be our biggest room yet, but the shape, I think it's definitely going to be perfect. It's going to have more than enough, like, storage room for everything that we have and more. Honestly, I don't think we're ever going to fill this room all the way up, like, with stuff, but it's good. We're going to have, like, lots of room to be able to do that. I'm thinking that maybe, big maybe here on this one, not too sure yet. Okay, first place, that's great. I'm thinking that maybe in the center of this room, we could do, like, even more storage too, just because it's going to be really, really big, but I'm not too sure. But anyways, we finished like half of the circle now, and blades are now starting to shoot. So, the walls behind this spot right here. I was thinking basalt. Basalt would look really cool. But, you know what else would look really cool? Honestly, maybe more blackstone. Now, this is going to switch it up, and it's going to be really dark. But you got to remember that we're going to have chests in front of this, so we won't actually see this back wall. Maybe, okay, maybe that's going to stop. And a gas too, okay, well, great. I was thinking blackstone, you see, like, we'll have a black backing to, oh, that's a hole. Why is that a hole? What happened to that spot? When did that, okay, has that been a hole, like, this whole time? That's kind of a problem. Did I really do that when I was, okay, I think I did that, like, 3 episodes, okay, great. Well, it went somewhere else, but I'm thinking blackstone as the walls. I think that could be probably pretty cool. Then, in terms of the height of this room, I'm thinking a fairly tall room. So we'll go up like that, and then on the other side, we'll do the same thing, and then maybe we do, like, slabs on the top right in here, and that'll be the height of the room. That'll be kind of tall. It'll give us, like, room for, like, 4 rows of double chests, which should be good. I think maybe, probably. I think that's what I want to go with. But of course, there's only one way to tell for sure. That way, actually place the blocks in. So, I'm going to go ahead and build this blackstone wall, finish up the flooring, try to not get exploded by any gas. I'll be back once things are looking a little bit safer. Oh, but one big thing that I forgot to mention. The flat sides, windows. So over there, we'll have a window. On that side, like out there, once I finish it, we'll have a window. And then over here, we'll have a window. It won't look at much, but we'll have windows. Windows, they're always great. So I was just gonna cut back in here, but I actually ended up doing a lot of work in between these cuts. So instead of that, I think it's time to do a quick time-lapse talk. I started things off by finishing the floor of the storage room. It was lots of blackstone. After that, I started doing the walls, and guess what? That was even more blackstone, but eventually I actually ran out of blackstone, so I had to head back over to where we were at the beginning of the episode to get even more blackstone. Then, after that, I decided to actually switch things up and head over to the overworld to harvest the sugarcane farm, and, of course, to cut down a giant tree. You see, we're gonna need chests in this storage room. To get chests, we're gonna need wood. I don't have a lot of wood still, even though I did build that tree farm a while back. I definitely should use that thing, for sure. After cutting down a giant jungle tree, I decided to dig up some sand because we're gonna need sand for the build, and then I went into the ocean. Under the water, I started hunting squid, like crazy. It was crazy. After that, I slid back into the nether with my blackstone and finished up the walls on the base. After the walls came the ceiling, and that'll catch us up. And that brings us to where we are right now. So the storage building, super happy with how it's coming out. I know I always say that, but just know that this time, I'm actually like really happy with how this thing is ending up. So, we have a basalt building, a basalt shell. Then up top, I went with this red nether wart block. I think that looks really cool, and it adds like an intense color into this room. We have basalt pillars on the corners, and then I've decided with the double chest, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go stack them like that, like that, like that, like that, and then that'll be it. We'll have 4 right there, then we'll do the same thing over here. We'll have 4 more. Then, if we need more, we can go over here and do like long ways, just like that, and have even more storage chests. I'm thinking about changing these blocks right there to staircases to make that look good, or putting staircases in here. I'm not too sure yet. I still definitely do want to have windows in this piece though, so we can't really block those. We could put some things on the floor though. That would be okay. I'm fine with that, but like the window as a whole, it needs to stay pretty open. Now the ceiling. So I want to do something interesting, something cool looking, something good. So I'm thinking basalt. Basalt is going to be our best friend here. We are going to put a glass dome up on top of this room. I think a glass dome is really going to make this build like stand out. I think it's going to look really good. So I'm thinking that this dome, we're gonna try and basically just recreate a smaller circle. Initially, I was thinking the whole build, the whole top would be a dome, but that would have been a gigantic dome and a lot of glass, and it also probably just wouldn't have looked very good because of how big it would have been. So yeah, smaller dome in here right in the center, and then small border of the red. I think that's gonna look really good. Alright, so I feel like this shape should probably be good. This should be a shape that we can work with. This is going to be a little bit different though. You see, I'm used to making domes that are a little bit bigger, so this is going to be a little bit different, but I think we'll be able to pull it off. We'll start with a layer like that, then we go up, and then over here, I think we do that. That probably would make sense. Same thing over here. Okay, never mind. This is going to be pretty good, but blaze already and out of glass already. I made a lot of glass, 2 stacks. That should definitely be more than enough, and then I got a lot of ink sacks too, but I just didn't actually finish making the glass, so yeah. And I also totally forgot about all this sand right there, so I had ended up digging up a bunch more sand, so now we just have like even more sand than before. It's good, it's cool, but I totally didn't need to do that. Alright, then we need to go up again. No biggie. Easy. Okay, and then in here in the corner, we go diagonal. Oh, this is perfect. And then after that, flat layer on the top. Easy. What was I talking about? I'm, of course, an experienced dome builder. Any dome you need, consider it done. Easy. No brainer. Alright, inside of the build, close that up, get rid of that, and boom, the dome is done up top. Now, how does it look from down here? It looks good. It looks good. But, right off the bat, you know what I'm thinking? This is going to be a little tedious, but I'm thinking that maybe we should remove the blackstone from right below the dome and put it like one more block out. I feel like that would look really good. And then, with the blackstone removed from the bottom of the dome, we sort of have this like slow step up. We have the red, then we have a half slab, and then we have another block right there. And that'll give us a lot more like viewing range from the dome. So yeah, 100%, gonna do that. And then while I do that, I'm also gonna come back in here with glass panes for sure and put those in here. Black stained glass panes. Those are going to make this build look really good. And then this whole arch area in here, I need to work on it. I want it to be like a better, more distinct arch. It's not gonna be insanely noticeable because, I mean, it's all black stone, but still, it could be better. How does this look? Staircase, staircase. Okay, I don't hate it. That's not bad. We could do that right there. We could do this right there. Maybe take that middle one out again because I feel like that looks a little bit better. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. And then what if we took that out and put like a staircase there? Or wait, what if we just, okay, definitely staircase. Staircase for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. That opens the build up even more, and I feel like makes it look even more grand. Now, I did finish the walls over here. They are very plain, very samey looking, but wait, this next part, that's gonna fix that a lot. So, I cut down a gigantic jungle tree. Hopefully, well, maybe in my dreams this is gonna be enough chests. Probably not, but I mean, I guess you never know. So we're gonna fill this in with chests just like that. That's gonna look good. And then I've realized that maybe, big maybe here, more basalt pillars might actually not look too bad in here. Like if we were to do something like that, and then up top we sort of have to leave it open, so we could just do like blackstone in there to kind of cap that off. That might actually look really good. Not 100% sure on that move right there, because it kind of changes the windows up a little bit, but I also think I like it. I think we're gonna go with that move. I feel like that's going to be good. So like blackstone up top, then even more basalt pillars, and then finally we can come back in here and put item frames on these chests, like near the middle. I think that'll make everything kind of wrap around the circle like really, really well. It should look pretty good. And also, thankfully, we have a lot of room in the middle still. Now, I've also done some thinking about that. I don't know if I really want to put more chests in the middle. I feel like that would make the room feel a lot more cramped, a lot smaller, and that's definitely not the vibe that I'm going for. But what we could do is a staircase going down into a lower floor. Then we could maybe just not even have like a connection. Like down here, we don't put a bridge going underneath the storage room. So like the room over there, you have to go through the storage room. What goes below the storage room? Of course, enchanting room. We need an enchanting setup, and this would be the perfect area for it. But oh yeah, this is looking exactly like I was hoping. This is good for sure. Now, I'm low on chests. I need to make even more. I think I have another stack of jungle wood down here. If I do, that's going to be good, at least for now. If I don't, oh, I do. Okay, there is no don't. Never mind. I know I shouldn't do this. I know it's not smart. Definitely not. Absolutely shouldn't be doing this, but we're gonna do it anyways. We need chains. Maybe 4. 4 might do for now, hopefully. I can't really afford any more than 4. 4 is gonna have to do. Alright, so this is what we have now. We have a room with windows that are really cool looking, in my opinion. We have lanterns hanging from the ceiling, and a lot of chests, like way more than before. In total, we're gonna have 32 double chests in here. It's not the best in the world for a storage room, but it's also not terrible. Now, in the center of this room, I'm thinking we'll put all of our crafting things, at least for now, and then eventually, maybe some sort of staircase going down in here as well. So, crafting table, stone cutter for now, eventually an anvil once we can afford it. I don't think we have one, and I don't think there's any way that we could afford it. Yep, no anvil. I kind of like that setup there, so we'll leave that there, but you know what? We might as well move this in there. That could be cool. A cartography table, why not? Cartography table can go right there. We'll put the stone cutter right there, and then, yeah, eventually an anvil. That'll look good. Now, I've got to move all of this stuff over to that room. Thankfully, it's all pretty close, so that should be pretty easy. Also, I probably should consider making item frames too. Time for the grand reveal. I've been hard at work finishing up the storage room, and this is what we have now. Frames everywhere, zombified piglin. There was a piglin, had to take him out. We've got the pets in here, and a little bit of organization. Now, gotta be honest, I kind of need more chests inside of this room because, I have a lot of random stuff that I didn't really have room for, but I mean, it's in a pretty good spot. I'm pretty happy with where it is now. Now, I plan on leaving the pets in here. I feel like that adds a little bit of life to this room, and then maybe, hopefully, eventually decorating this room a little bit more. I know for a fact that there is one thing, though, that I would like to make. That thing involves planks and string, because we actually have string now. We can make a loom, and then eventually we can use that snout banner pattern on the loom and make a cool custom design. We'll put the loom right there. That'll help finish off the center, at least for now. Still definitely plan on expanding this room downwards, but we have one thing that we need to take a look at before we end the episode. That thing is right over here. How much wool do we have now? Are we going to be in a good spot to mine next episode? Oh boy, for sure. This is a great spot. A stack of beds. We might be able to get all ancient debris out next episode. But that's gonna do it for today's episode of Nether Survival. Today, I'd like to send a big shout out to my patrons, Smiling Potato, Deja Leave, and Dario. Thank you all so much for the support. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for hitting that like button. And subscribing. Until next time, it's been me, your boy. Goodbye, everyone.